Hello, guys. Welcome to Ramta Solutions and welcome to your first lesson on grade 10 physical sciences. We are looking at the skills for science. So, our lesson today, um, we're not wasting time. We basically reminding you of all that you've been doing all along. You have been rounding off most of your high school life until today, isn't it? But now we're going to be using rounding off for decimal places in other words. Okay, we're going to round off for decimal places. So now remember, guys, some numbers are really impossible to write down or write out because really you find that they have so many decimal places. I mean, who likes writing a number that has many decimal places? I, for one, do not like it. And you guys will be seeing that during the year that indeed some numbers better if we it's better if we round them off because indeed the decimal places are too many. So the rules are the way that you have known them. Okay. So because here we looking at rounding off the decimal places, we're gonna say this. The rule, as was the case for rounding off to the nearest 10, nearest 100, nearest 1,000, and so on, is still the same. And now, what we know that when the number after the number in question is 0 to 4, what that means is that the number before will remain unchanged. For example, if we are rounding off to two decimal places, if the third decimal place is the number is between 0 to 4, it means the second decimal place will remain unchanged. Again, if the third decimal place is between 5 and 9, the second decimal place will increase by 1. Okay, so the number before it will increase by 1. So now let's look at this number here. So let's look at the number 26,789, 29943848214253467. For sure, you are also tired. 29943848214253467. Right? I don't like writing out numbers like these, but sometimes we have no choice. We have to write them like these, right? So now let us look at this number and perhaps consider this. Let's say now this number, we want to round it off to 5 decimal places. Let's say we want to round it off to 5 decimal places. Okay, let's say we want to round it off to 5 decimal places. If we want to round it off to 5 decimal places, number one, we said we have 26,789, comma 2994384 and so on, right? So what I'm going to highlight this. We are looking at, we said we want 5 decimal places. So this means we must now look at the 6th decimal place. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is it. Do you see it? So this number is between 5 and 9. So what does it mean? It means the 5th decimal place will increase by 1. So this then becomes 26,789, comma 2994. Remember, it increases by 1 because it was 5 to 9. The 6th decimal place was between 5 and 9. So it means the 5th decimal place will increase by 1. You see, it's no longer 4-3, but now 4-4. Okay, and this is how we do it. All right, now let's go to number 2, 4 decimal places. Number 2, 4 decimal places. Let's see what we can do. Number 2 was again 26,789, comma 299,438,4 and so on. Remember, we are now writing correct to two. We're rounding off to 4 decimal places. So this means we must look at the 5th decimal place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see this? So this is between 0 and 4. What does it mean? It means the number before it remains unchanged. So it means the number before it remains unchanged. Right? The number before it will remain unchanged. So this therefore means we have 26,789, 2994. Remember, if the number you're looking at is between 0 and 4, the number before it will remain unchanged. So this is your answer correct to 4 decimal places. Do you guys see that? Perfect. Number 3, let's see what it said. To 2 decimal places. Now we had 26,789, 2994384 and so on. Right? And so on. I don't know why this 4, when I write it, it's behaving like this. Okay? All right. So now we are saying here we are rounding off to 2 decimal places. This means we are going to look at the 3rd decimal place. 1, 2, 3. We're going to look at the 3rd. The 3rd, I can see, is between 5 and 9. Now, since it's between 5 and 9, what does it mean? It means the number before it must increase by 1. So what do we have? If it increases by 1, this was 9. If it increases by 1, it will become 10. So this will then become 26,789, this 9, when it increases by 1, it becomes 10. So this therefore will become 3 as well. Not as well, but it will become 3. Check this out. This then becomes 26,789,30. Do you see this? This is to 2 decimal places, right? This is to 2 decimal places, and then this was to 4 decimal places, right? This was to 4 decimal places, and the first one was to 5 decimal places. Remember, when you round off to 5 decimal places, you look at the 6th decimal place so that you know what the 5th decimal place will become. All right. When you round to 4 decimal places, you look at the 5th decimal place so you know what the 4th decimal place will become. In the same way, when you round to 2 decimal places, you look at the 3rd decimal place so you know what the 2nd decimal place will be. And for your high school, you will be rounding off correct to 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. So this is it, guys. This is how you round off your decimal places. All right. So with that being said, I was end here and bye bye.